Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Um, we are part of the cast and crew for the short film Bracelet. My name is Khadijah Ali Coleman. I am founder of Liberated Muse Arts Group. And on October 22nd, I joined many groups in the Washington, D.C. area to participate in the 48-hour film challenge. And this was a special theme for horror, the horror genre. And so I believe there were 30 groups, and Liberated Muse was one. And we had the challenge of creating a film, a short film, in 48 hours. And what that included was being given a genre. We weren't able to select it on our own. We had to select literally from a bag a genre, and the genre that we selected, we had two choices. We had witchcraft and we had escape room. And so we chose to do a film using the genre witchcraft. And so I put a call out to my friends prior to the day of shooting to see who would want to participate, and 10 lovely individuals decided to be a part of it. And so I was the writer and the producer and director of the piece, and I have a short role in the film. My name is Khadijah.
I'm Michelle Mabry. I'm the main character.
I'm Kari. I'm in the film a little bit.
I'm Ben Dawson. I did the score, and I was in the movie as well.
Okay. So you're going to have an opportunity to ask us questions or any comments that you have after the film. Just to give you a heads up, we checked different ways to screen this film through Facebook. There's an option to share the screen so you can see the movie through my computer. However, to me, it looks kind of glitchy, and it looks for a hard watch where it stilts kind of the movement of the characters in the film. So we're going to go old school bootleg, and so I'm going to be showing you the film we're going to view it on my laptop. Hopefully you won't be able to tell the difference, but we're about to film this screening of the short film Bracelet. Hope you enjoy.
Here they come!
You know, one of the things that I love about living in this area is just all the history around here. You know, a lot of people don't know about the Piscataway Indians of this area.
Look who decided to show up all late for the party. It's Trisha Nelson. Hey, driver. At your service. Girl, you drive for Uber. Sit down.
Oh, is that your banana pudding?
Yes, it is.
Oh, goodness, girl, I love your banana pudding. It's just like Mama made.
That's why I came.
You just ghetto for no reason.
I thought you would have come for your niece's homecoming, not for my pudding.
So how's Tina doing anyway? I mean, she's home from college now, so now what? Is she still on medication? Is that boy going to jail?
Wait, what have I missed? Medication? I know that there was an incident at school with her, but what happened? What haven't you told me? Tina was part of a Black Lives rally at the school. Wrote an article for her school's paper about why she's kneeling with Kaepernick. Some nut job at her school broke into a room and tried to attack her. What the hell? How does that happen? Why did no one tell me this?
Well, she told us, so...
What do you mean she told you? Who am I? Like, why has no one told me?
You know how to close her mouth. You're the person in the family.
What does that mean? We are family.
Can you get a good shot of me to make me look like I'm hiking for Instagram?
Because somebody needs to yell and stuff in the afternoon. Where did those come from? Under a rock. I want to keep them.
Absolutely not. No way. They actually look like the 18th century wristbands, also known as bracelets. They probably belonged to one of the enslaved women who lived on this property when it was a plantation. They probably belonged to Mary Franklin, known around these parts as Oya Ngozi.
There you go. Making up shit like you do. I mean, what'd you do? Get a degree just to scare us?
No. Really, there was a woman in this area named Mary Franklin. She was a mulatto. She was a mix of Piscataway Indian and Singhalese Naribi tribe. Mary was special. She had been taught the mystical ways of the Piscataway and the Naribi people, and she had the ruthless heart of her oppressors. She was determined to be free, but it wasn't like folks expected. She was gifted in the skill of soul possession, chanting her melodic mix of the language of the Piscataway Indians and the people of the African Naribi tribe. She and her witches' coven, called the Ngozi Coven, practiced ceremonies where they would take turns leaving their bodies and entering the bodies of the powerful men who would come and visit her master. All who die come back to life.
That sounds a bit much, Daphne. All of these black women entering the bodies of slave masters?
Or entering the bodies of other black people that they would possess in order to get vengeance. Nat Turner, he was said to be possessed by Mary Franklin herself.
Okay, that's enough. How you feeling, baby? You want to call it a day? I have to go to work soon. Help me clean up, Patty. Oh, come on.
I'm not used to you not being in college. Was my music too loud? Come on in and check out this track. You remember when you used to sing along when I was making beats over there at that microphone? It's your mom. Dad, I gotta go pick her up from Metro. Why don't you stay here and keep listening to the beat? I'll be back.
Whatever dies comes back to life.
Okay. Yeah, you can clap. Yay! So thank you for those of you who stayed to the end. Who, that was our film, Bracelet. I see that one of the characters from Bracelet is also part of Lynn. She said, "I'm here."
Yeah.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn portrayed the character Daphne, and the one who had all of the excellent history of Mary Ranklin. So she was awesome. Yay! Do your virtual bow. So Mache was our lead character, Tina Ranklin. I mean, Tina Ranklin. Tina Nelson. Kari, and these two are sisters in real life, and but they played cousins in the piece, and so Kari portrayed her cousin, and then her real life dad, played her father in the movie. So we wanted to use this time, like, if anyone had any questions. Yay! We see one. You saw her face. She didn't have a speaking role, but Aziza Mariama.
Hey, Aziza.
Hey, she's on. And this was your first time seeing it, right? We call her Coley too. How did you like it, Coley? Did you like the movie? Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions for us? Anything that you wanted to ask us? Okay.
Well, real quick, we had some. I had something I wanted to say. We had a good time, good experience doing the film and all that kind of stuff. But we also wanted to acknowledge the fact that it is your birthday. And we wanted to sing a song to you.
Oh, really?
Ready, set, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Khadijah. Happy birthday to you.
I love you. Oh, the dog. She's jumping on me. Thank you, Bella. Thank you, Boo Boo. Thank you. Thank you. Yay! We celebrate. Been celebrate. Turn up all month.
Yeah.
Look at questions. Oh, you're asking questions. Oh, thank you. Okay, so what? Okay, we're not gonna get there. How was it doing hard? Hi, Portia, and congratulations to Portia. She just got married, so congratulations to she. Yay! And she's a fellow Sagittarian. So Portia, in answer to your question, how was it like doing horror? So first of all, I have never considered horror until Get Out. Get Out is now one of my top 5 movies, and I'm so impressed with Jordan Peele. And the reason why I am impressed with it, because I think it was such an intelligent film. And so when we saw the horror genre, and I want to give a shout out to Dara Singer of Too Much Damn Theater, who we participated. Liberated Muse, we participated in her Up All Night musicals for the Kennedy Center, and were able to debut a 10-minute musical in the Pages Stage Festival this past September. But she also brought to my attention the 48-hour film, this challenge. And it was horror, and I was a bit apprehensive, but then I was like, this is an opportunity to do something that is intelligent, I think, and is in line with what we do with Liberated Muse, which is always infused with something connected to people of the African diaspora. So the hardest part for me was just doing the shooting, the acting, and the editing piece. I going into, if we do it again, I would like to see if I could probably get some assistance, maybe with the shooting, so I could focus on editing and writing. Someone said, who says this? It was spooky. Yay! Yeah, it was spooky. Yeah, the end. So
There was another question.
okay, it was another question. Thank you, Kelly, for watching. Kelly Canavan.
Hey, Kelly.
Yay! Hey, Alma Didi. Annette Martin. Thank you. Clap, clap. Look. A friend posted it and called for a boycott of this bracelet by... I thought you were going to say a boycott of our movie. I was like, what the hell? Any other questions? When, will you do it again next year? You all tell me. Will you do it with me? I'm gonna be like Spike Lee and probably use the same people, you know. So, or like American Horror Story, how it's always the same actors, but they're different characters. So you all tell me. Will you all do it with me again next year? Will you all do it again with me next year?
I'll get a blue wig.
Oh, awesome. Look at her face. Will you do it again with me next year? So that's my child. So I'm going to bully her to do it next year. What about you?
I'll do the music.
So this is a fun fact of the film is that, he never signed up to be acting. And so we had to do some reshuffling of the script at the last minute, and so he agreed at the last minute to participate in as an actor, and he was very reluctant, but aren't we glad, aren't we thankful? Give it up for Ben for he was doing the music. So while we were shooting and filming, thank you to his parents, Lucretia and Ben Dawson, for allowing us to use the setting of the film is their backyard, and the wooded area where people were sitting and eating, all of that was their backyard. And while we were shooting, he was at the table in their dining room working on the music. So he was paying attention to what we were doing acting wise and creating sound. So it was really awesome. It was really awesome, and he did such a wonderful job. He was actually, the music score was nominated for best score from the 48-hour film project. Yeah, so yay, he got us a nomination.
What else was it nominated for?
You always have my back.
It was nominated for producer.
Oh,
So there's no more questions.
A lot of questions that you didn't answer.
I don't see anything.
No, just go back to the.
There is an online class inspired by Get Out about writing horror. I'll link you. Oh, awesome. I want you to get the support you need to do more of this. Thank you, Portia. Thank you. Lynn says, Kari, that you're going to be the assistant director next time.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Fine.
Yay on the noms. Yay. Thank you, Portia. Thank you for Amadita says the bracelet is a slave coffle like the one in your movie, and they're selling it. I really enjoyed the movie too. Thank you so much, Ama. And so I don't see any more questions.
Can I see?
It's not going. Okay. All right. You see how I read them all? All right. You going to get off my back now? Thank you. All right. All right. So we're going to go. Does anyone have any questions for, we have Lynn Artepe, who's on. Any questions or comments about when we can get back to our other actors? Wasn't the cast amazing? They were amazing. What's another fun fact? So those bracelets that were used. Okay, so Jade Mostiller says, what was your inspiration? Okay, so one question that we got the day of the original screening was about the Piscataway Indians. So my inspiration was that I knew that I wanted to do something regarding, because as an African-American person, and when I think of horror, we don't have to really go too far, because right now things that are happening to black people in this country are atrocities that every day it's amazing how it's normalized, some of the things that occur. And so I knew that I wanted to include that in some form in the movie, and I wanted to put out there what would happen if the spirits of our ancestors wreaked vengeance on what is happening today to black people. What would that look like? And I think that the movie introduces that idea, is what if the spirit of our ancestors, with rage and vengeance on their mind, were to embody many of us who have really become accustomed to what is occurring. I look at a lot of the the ways that some of us address what has happened, and sort of like how they talk about frogs that are in heated water, and when you turn the heat up, the frogs are so accustomed to the gradual temperature of the water that they don't realize that they're getting boiled alive. And so they're not apt to really fight because it's just a gradual boiling. And so I feel like sometimes some of us are so things are so gradual that we're not apt to really respond or to react to it in a really productive way. And so what would happen if the spirit of our ancestors were to like jolt us out of that? Would it be vengeance? What would that look like? And I don't think the movie even addresses what that would look like, but what is a possibility? And so that was kind of the direction I was going, and I wanted to address the Piscataway, and I included them specifically because I'm based in Prince George's County, and many of the roadways are named after. It's like the most insulting thing to me. How this you've conquered these people, you've destroyed their culture. The descendants of the Piscataway Indians, many of them. Can you please get your dog? Many of them, black people, are not able to identify as being of the Piscataway, or had to go through a lot to be identified as descendants of the Piscataway tribe. And part of that was to agree that they would not try to get reparations in the form of a casino, because the county had decided that they wanted to have a casino, the one that's down at the National Harbor. So no one talks about that. The Washington Post did a few stories on it, and I posted actually in this group that about the Piscataway Indians, but that was an inspiration to include them because there are so many descendants of the Piscataway people. But in this country, one drop of black, that's what you are. To hell with any of your other ancestry. So all of that. And, you know, I've been accused of just sometimes making stuff too heavy or just going too far, but that's who I am as a writer. I'm an educator first and foremost, second a writer. And so everything that I'm going to do is going to have something that's has some type of historical leanings to it. So that's the long answer to your question, ma'am, and I hope that was informative. Good night, Aziza Mariama. Thank you, Jada Mastilla. Alma asked me, will I upload it so we can watch it again? I'm still, there's some things that I think I might want to add to it. And if I upload it, it's going to probably be on Vimeo. But I will definitely notify folks through social media, through Liberated Muse fan page, if it's uploaded to watch again. This recording will be uploaded to the event group. Any other questions? Oh, Mary Ranklin Amadita was a fictional character. She was fictional. And if you don't have any other questions, we're going to call it a night. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you for all your support. And I hope for the next movie that we do that you come on out to watch it. You all have any closing words?
No. I just wanted to say it was fun and it was different not being able to talk.
Yes. Oh, yes. Let's talk about that. Because I don't know if people realized that she didn't speak until the end, and that was by design. So there was a lot that we shot that I couldn't include because it was only 7 minutes. That was the hardest thing, was to edit out so much awesome. And that's what I'm trying to decide. Am I going to add some of the stuff that I had to cut out? But she never talks, and that was by design. She was traumatized by the incident that happened on her college campus. And this gathering of her family was to be a homecoming, but also a healing for her, but to normalize the family getting together and supporting her without like bringing attention to what happened to her. So that was the intention of the family talking about what happened to her, but no one coming and is like, are you okay, girl? Like, what's wrong with you or whatever, allowing her to kind of breathe. And so that was what was behind, and her father saying, do you remember, when you used to sing, trying to goad her into maybe she wants to sing, maybe she'll talk, but they being really sensitive to the fact that she had been traumatized. And of course, that was a nod to Maya Angelou, for many who have read her biography, when Cageberg sings, and she talks about the trauma that happened to her, and she was mute for years, for a while. And you think of Maya Angelou, who is not only a prolific writer, but is this prolific orator who has this really known voice, that she actually experienced a period of being mute. So, yeah. So you did an excellent job as a mute. That made the end all the more creepy, I think. Any other questions? Good night, Kelly. Thank you for watching. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you all for hanging with us. We appreciate you. Nighty night. And visit us online. If you haven't already liked our fan page, you can like it. Liberated Muse. Have a great night.